Did you know that in Frozen, there's a character called Duke of Weaselton? In Zootopia, there's also a character called Duke Weaselton. Both were voiced by the same voice actor. Did you know that in Big Hero 6, in one of the scenes you can see a girl talking to 3 men? Those men are John Lasseter, head of Pixar, Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple, and Andrew Milston, head of Walt Disney Studios. Did you know that in Big Hero 6, when Baymax and Hero are flying in the city, you can see a statue of Olaf from Frozen. That's why the Frozen team answered back by putting Baymax as an Easter egg in Frozen 2. Did you know that in Coco, you can see a clownfish on the ofrenda? While you might think this is a reference to Finding Nemo, it's actually a reference to Finding Marlin that will be made by Pixar in 2026. Did you know that in Coco, the fun fact about the movie is that Coco in Brazil means poop. So Pixar changed the name, which translates to Cheers, Life is a Party. Did you know that in Encanto, when Mirabel is walking in the town, it seems like people are throwing little bombs? That's actually a Colombian activity called tejo that involves people throwing objects with a gunpowder. Did you know that in Inside Out, the playing cards that are shown in Riley's imagination land include her family? Her father is the king, her mother is the queen, and R for herself that stands for Riley. Did you know that in Inside Out, in the hockey tryouts, Riley wears a maroon and gold outfit? This is the outfit color of University of Minnesota Golden Gophers, and Minnesota was where she lived. Did you know that in Kung Fu Panda, in the first movie there's a picture on Po's wall? This is the villain in Kung Fu Panda 3 Kai Kai. This means they were foreshadowing the third movie 8 years before its release. Did you know that in Lightyear, in one of the scenes you can see a bottle of water called Wade Water? This is a reference to the Pixar's next project called Elemental, which will be released in 2023. And Wade is actually the main character of the project. Did you know that in Megamind, when Minion and Megamind are training Hal, the 2D platform is a reference to the original Nintendo Donkey Kong game? Did you know that in Monsters Inc., while Mr. Waternoose is taking a break, there are normal cups, big cups, and little cups? That's because monsters aren't in the same size, so they need different cups. Great attention to detail by Pixar. Did you know that in Monsters University, in the final matches you can see Arlo from The Good Dinosaur in a bedroom? Did you know that in Up, at the end of the movie, Mr. Fredricksen, Russell, and Doug are calling out the colors of cars. Doug says gray one, because dogs are colorblind.
Gray one.
Did you know that in Ratatouille, behind Colette and Linguini there's a clown dancing? That's Bon Voyage from The Incredibles. Did you know that in Soul, in one scene there's a rat carrying a pizza? This is a reference to the famous 2015 meme of a rat carrying pizza across New York. Also, the place Soul takes place. Did you know that in The Incredibles 2, the color bars on the pilot's uniform are abstract representations of all the 20 Pixar films from 1995 to 2018, the year The Incredibles 2 was released? Did you know that in The Incredibles, Frozone is seen using High Karate Cologne, a brand of aftershave that was famous in the 60s and 70s. Did you know that in Toy Story 2, Jessie the energetic cowgirl was inspired from John Lasseter's wife Nancy? The crew decided to add Jessie to the series because of 2 reasons. Because the only female lead, Bo Peep, wasn't in Buzz and Woody's adventures. And second, Bo Peep isn't even Andy's toy. She belongs to Molly, Andy's sister. The reason why she was in Andy's room in Toy Story 1 is because Molly was also in Andy's room. Did you know that in Toy Story 2, in the airport, if you listen closely, you can hear an A113 reference and a John Lasseter reference?
Last Air Flight A113 from Point Richmond.
Did you know that in Toy Story 2, Bullseye the horse was supposed to be voice acted by Martin Short, the guy who played in Alice in Wonderland in 1999. But John Lasseter decided that Bullseye would be better off without a voice. Sorry Martin, not this time. Did you know that in Turning Red, the bunny on the back of May's notebook is from the Pixar short film Buero? Did you know that in Up, in the end credits you can find some music notes? These are the notes of the movie's famous song Married Life. Did you know that in WALL-E, after the credits, WALL-E replaces Luxo Jr.'s light bulb with an environmental friendly bulb after his round bulb goes out? Did you know that in WALL-E, in one scene you can see Rex in the background, the dinosaur in Toy Story? Did you know that in Zootopia, Bellwether the sheep wears a bell around her neck? In real life, the leading sheep is called Bellwether. They wear this to lead the other sheep better. Did you know that in Zootopia, Mr. Big the mafia boss is an Arctic shrew? That's because this type of animal is the most vicious predator on Earth. They eat 3 times their own body weight and even eat other shrews. Did you know that in Zootopia, when Nick is explaining that they have 10 hours left, he holds up all his fingers. Foxes don't have 10 fingers, they only have 8. The fun part is that Judy catches his mistake.